Hi everyone, welcome to Toy Vet Episode 8. This is the show where I react to upcoming toy releases. I have a list here that I'm going to go through, and I've seen these, and I know I'm somewhat interested, instead of looking at them in detail, I just put them on this list, then I react to them here with you. So let's get started. First up, we have Small PA Chinese Chess Series Blind Bag. I put this on here just because I think chess blind bag series would be really cool, and there's some that out there that do it, but they don't really do it. It's weird, like it'd be really impossible to get a full set. This is obviously Chinese chess, and I don't think I'm really interested in the panda theme. But I just wanted to take a look at it because I think just a straight up chess blind bag series where you could get a full set of maybe a couple different types of pieces or something would be really cool. So let's just take a look at this. Yeah, I don't know how Chinese chess works, but this is sort of similar to some of the regular chess sets I've seen, or maybe one I saw where like the a really necessary piece like the king is a hidden 1 in 3 and 4, so you're never going to get a full set unless you spend a ton of money or buy it on eBay or something. So I'm imagining imagine a chess blind box set where you get a piece in every box, and you could easily get common versions of like every piece. Maybe there's like a white and a black set, and maybe the hidden set is like some really special cool pieces, but there's like a white and a black set that are commons or something like that. I think that could be really cool. Still be expensive to get a set, but not like this expensive. If that makes sense. Maybe this would be too expensive. That would be too expensive too, because there'd be two sets, a white and a black set, so you'd be getting some of each. I don't know. Packaging's interesting because it looks flat. I wish I'd show the packaging on here. These are kind of neat, actually, looking, but kind of like the pandas, but I don't really like the pandas. Yeah, I wonder what's up with the packaging. Now I kind of want to look at an unboxing or something. I'm going to cut the visual real quick, just because I don't want to end up hitting something inappropriate and have it shown on here, as I've talked about before. I want to see if there's an unboxing of these. Okay. I just looked, and those turn the display back on before I forget. That's one of my fears, to forget to turn that back on. I just looked at an unboxing video real quick, and these are bags. They're not like a solid rectangle. They're bags. So interesting. I'd love to see a really cool regular chess version of something like this that was where you could get a whole set and actually play with it. Would be really neat. And that I'd like to see a cool theme instead of a cutesy theme. Well, a cutesy theme could work too, but not these pandas necessarily. Although, I don't know. If these were regular chess pieces, might be kind of cool. And maybe I'm criticizing this falsely because I don't know if you need a king in Chinese chess. Maybe you just need a general. But I don't know. Anyway, next. Kimon Multi-Use Bag of You are the protagonist. Oh, Kimon Multi-Use Bag of You Are the Protagonist series. Plush blind box. I don't know. That's hard to parse what that means. Well, you know what? Real quick, let's just. Giga Goods sometimes has some good explanations here. Oh, they're magnetic. I wonder if that means to the board or just to the figures. Maybe just to the figures. don't know. Anyway, back to this. Oh, hmm. I wonder if I thought these were bags. I wonder if that's why I put this on here. Maybe they are bags. Oh, multi-use bag. I can't even tell from the title. Multi-use bag of You Are the Protagonist. This is not showing anything going in the bag. Alright, real quick, I'm going to cut the feed. And again, the reason I do that is because I don't want anything inappropriate coming up on my channel. And I don't know what this is, so who knows what we're going to run into. Okay, I didn't really get any useful results when I googled You Are the Protagonist. I'm going to Google the whole thing. Okay, I'm not finding anything. Sorry for that dead time. But I don't do edits unless I absolutely have to, which is why I do that blank screen. So I don't know if You Are the Protagonist is a IP of some kind or just a toy series. And I don't know if these are bags or not. So I don't know what they are. Oh, let's check the Geek-A-Good notes down here. Oh, okay. They are a bag. A very small little bag. Very small bag. I used to have, if you know the video game Nuclear Throne, I used to have a small bag that was a maggot from that game, which I gave away to my niece. Wonder if she still has it. So yeah, these are bags, and I put this on here because I think a blind bag or something useful like that is a really cool idea. I don't think I would ever get these, although they're not as hideous and horrible as some of the past ones we've looked at. They're kind of cool looking. I like the eyes actually look really cool and how colorful they are. But I would not be getting one of these, probably. But I would love like a little backpack like we've seen in the past, although they've been horrible. Or a little bag that's useful for something. That's a blind box. I like that idea a lot, which is why I put that on here. Alright, next. Let me cut the feed for a second and look at this, because I think it has something inappropriate in it, actually. Sorry I've done this so many times this episode. I just want to not have to edit if there's something I don't want on here. Hmm. Okay. I'll just show you something. Let's see. Alright, sorry about Sorry about doing this so many times to you this episode. I know it's stupid. But it saves me from editing. It saves me from having something on this channel that I don't want on this channel. So, these are BJD dolls, ball joint dolls, I guess is what that stands for. Um, they're really cool. They have TVs for heads. I think I've talked about before that I don't really collect dolls, though. Although I might get some for my daughter at some point. But I don't collect them because they're too... It's just too feminine. I can't pull the trigger on it. And another aspect of many dolls, including BJD dolls in general, and these ones, which is why I didn't show them on the channel, is they come naked, or you can get them naked, and they're not detailed or anything, but it's just weird. I think it's too weird for me to mess with. Although these are really cool. I like them a lot. They're too feminine in general, but they're really cool. I could almost see getting them if they didn't have the naked doll aspect, like say they were just vinyl figures or something. But anyway, I'm not going to get them because they're dolls and because of the naked factor. Although I think they're really neat. Alright. Next. JXK Pufferfish ice cream figurine. I really like food toys in general. I know I've said this a lot lately and then not liked the toy, and I don't like this one either, so sorry I keep saying that and then not liking the food toys. This is a decent size, I like that, but yeah, I'm not into it. Next. Did I miss one? No. Next. Square Cat Ice Cube Series blind bag. So the reason I put these on here is because, as I've talked about, I'm working on putting a shadow box together with small blind box figures in it. I'm really trying to get that done soon, and so I kind of look at any possibility that fits that category of the bean style blind box where you get a couple figures in a bag and they're small enough to fit in a shadow box. Got that idea from Kiko Goods, actually. They did a sale once where they sold shadow boxes with figures, which was cool, and they've shown some of their figures that they sell, they've displayed in shadow boxes. I actually think Kiko Goods, like photos like this, I think they actually take them themselves. I don't know, I don't have any proof of that, but I think they do, and that is really cool. I'm not into cats just in general, but these are kind of cool. Yeah, single bag includes 5. Yeah, they're pretty neat looking. I don't think I would do a whole shadow box of these though. But they are kind of neat. I'm not even going to put them on the list though, because I'm really trying to pare down the list. I like that one a lot. That's really cool. Trying to pare down my shadow box option list. I've got just a few. I think I just have 2 options on it right now, and I'm struggle so hard to pull the trigger on what to get, but both for moral reasons and just decision making reasons. But anyway, these are pretty neat. Some of them are really cool, like that one. And I do like them, but I don't think I would make a shadow box of them. I toyed with the idea of making a shadow box of just like one bag of each of a whole bunch of things like this, but so many of them are so feminine that I didn't want to do that. But anyway. Next. Nagi, A Happy Excursion series action figure blind box. So I believe these are BJDs as well. I'm going to do this one more time. Hopefully this is the last time. I'm cutting the feed so I can just jump through this real quick and make sure there's nothing inappropriate, because I don't want anything inappropriate shown on this channel. And I'm just going to cut that toy from our list today. Let's put the feed back on, because there's a bear midriff in there, and there's probably naked dolls in there too, but I stopped at the bear midriff. And I know you're saying bear midriff is not a big deal. It's a big pet peeve of mine. That's just like extra immodest clothes for no reason. So I'm cutting it. Although it might have been a dude, but anyway, they're dolls. You know the story with the dolls. Not collecting them for multiple reasons. So we'll just move on from them. Next up, Space Hog Key Blue version. I think there was, oh yeah, there's this other colorful version you can see right there. It's, oh, I wonder if it's supposed to be like Sonic the Hedgehog. It's kind of cool, cute looking figure, but I'm not really interested in it, but kind of neat. Next, Lost Winter Serenade pre-order. Okay, this is a Sank toy. I'm a big fan of Sank's, I call them their realistic figures of their character here, which I think is called the Boy. I could be wrong. These are like the chibi version of him that they have a lot of too. I just like that it's a nutcracker. It's interesting. A bunch of Christmas stuff is coming through the toy stores recently. I wonder if it's because they're released in Japan and then we get them a month later, 2 months later, whatever, 6 weeks later after Christmas. This one's really cool. In general, I'm not a huge fan of their chibis. Some of them are really neat. This one's a nutcracker, which I think is really cool. I actually do like this one a lot. It's got a little lady in the back. I guess that's maybe from like the Nutcracker ballet. She does look like she's doing a ballet move. But the other thing with Sank is they made an inappropriate figure of a nude female figure. It was a collab with another toy maker, and the other toy maker is the one that made the female figure, and they just put it in with one of their Sank figures, combined it, but that really rubbed me the wrong way, so I am not collecting any Sank figures. I'm thinking about this thing where that's a one-time thing they did. It's not going to happen all the time. So I'm thinking about this thing where I like, if they don't do anything like that for 5 years, maybe I would collect them. Some Sank stuff. I don't know. That probably sounds crazy, but yeah, sometimes when they do one thing wrong, it just ruins the whole line for me. So, but this is really neat. Anyway, moving on. Similar story here. Chibi Sank. It's a gingerbread man. It's really cool. This is a food toy that I like. This is really cool. I'm like, what is that sticking out of his head? But it's just the feather that this character always has. Yeah, that's a really cool figure. But you know the story with Sank now, which I think I've told before. Maybe I should go back on that because it was just a collab. It was just a one-time thing. I don't know. Something to think about. Cool figure though. Next. Alright, this is another Sank figure, and this is what I was talking about with the realistic figures. It's the same character you can see from the chibi figures, but it's proportioned like an actual human being. And there are always these very surreal things where something very surreal is happening. So this is a pretty cool one. I wonder why he's wearing this like oven mitt. And he's got a goldfish in his face. The colors are really cool. Very cool figure. These are the ones I wanted to collect, but I balked due to the issue I just talked about. But another cool figure from Sank. Maybe in 4 years, I'll get some or think about getting some. I don't know if I'll have the money due to my money situation that I've talked about before, where I'm cutting back on my toy budget due to my real life budget. But or maybe I'll decide at some point to just go for it anyway because it was a collab. It wasn't them, but yeah, probably not. I'll probably do the 5-year thing. We'll see. Next, Lulu the Piggy Year of Snake. I've talked about Lulu before that I don't really like it, but I just wanted to look at this. I think I probably wanted to look because of the coin. looks like you get a coin. You do. And this is not a blind bag, it's just a single figure of a snake wrapped around the pig. You get a coin and you get a something. What is that? A hat? Or some kind of Chinese New Year thing that I don't know about? The coin's kind of cool. The figure's kind of cool, but I'm not into Lulu. In general, I don't really like it, although they did have this cool blind box pigs we looked at the other week. Anyway, moving on. Last but not least, we always end the show by looking at McNoise Toys Instagram to see if anything's new with them. They're one of my favorite toy makers, and I'd love to catch a figure from them, although we got some issues with that going on, as I've talked about. Doesn't look like they have anything new, because this was the last thing we looked at that I was interested in. And beyond that, they just have some Evangelion stuff going on, which I'm not into. That IP, which they have the license for. And I don't really like when they do things that look like a license thing either. Like, they don't have a Squid Game license, but they made this astronaut figure that they have just look like a Squid Game guy. Not into that, with some exceptions. So nothing new. The issue I'm referring to, which I've talked about multiple times on the show, I think, is that I'm thinking about getting one more big figure before my budget thing jumps in, and this is probably going to be their next figure, the Mecha Ghost Killer. And if you translate this, it says it's Taoist, so I'm like a Taoist exorcist. So I kind of balk at that a little bit due to my Christian faith and not wanting to support another religion. Although, I don't know how serious this is, since it's like the Mecha Ghost Killer Taoist exorcist, but and I don't know how seriously people take Taoist exorcists, but that makes me kind of not into it, which makes me kind of want to go with my other plan for a figure, which maybe I'll show you guys sometime. Maybe I already have, but anyway, that's going to be the show. I know I talked a lot about why I would not get toys for moral reasons this time around. I know that probably seems kind of weird to a lot of people, but it's something I'm really passionate about, so I hope you guys can appreciate that in some way. And I encourage you to draw lines in your own collecting. Like, if there's something that you find morally questionable, draw your line and don't buy it, even if it's cool. I'd encourage you to do that. I think that's an important thing to do in your life. Anyway, God bless you guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you next week.